Hello everybody, my name is Daryl and I am a backyard barbecue guru. Today I wanted to post a video on my new smoker that I got. Rather than spending a ton of money on smokers, I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube on how to modify a cheaper smoker to get something really good. And a lot of people are recommending this professional Char Griller grills and smokers. I got this from Home Depot. Very nice smoker. It was about $189, I think. And I got it home, put it all together and everything. And I wanted to talk about my modifications. I've been hearing a lot that this gauge, that standard gauge that comes with it, doesn't work very well. And it's up here at the top of the smoker, which is not really good because your meat is down on the grill and stuff. So what I did, first modification, was I drilled some holes. And I ended up using 3/8 holes. I started off with a little tiny drill bit, worked my way up, and then all the way up to 3/8. And it makes a good hole that way, but I purchased these. I think I got a 2-pack from Amazon for $9.99 or something. These seem to be pretty good. So I got one on both sides, as you can see. And I just measured in from the edge here, 5 1/4 inches and 2 inches up. And what that does is it offsets something which I'll talk about in a minute inside the grill, but also it puts the thermometer right at the level of where the meat's going to sit. And that's something that I hear that you really want to do, is have that meat sitting right, or have the thermometer sitting right next to the meat, so you can really control, the heat source that's inside here. Now I want to use this only as a smoker. I'm not going to use it as a charcoal barbecue or griller or anything, because I want to get my smoke on. So anyway, let's talk about the mods that I did. Go ahead and open it up. There's a few things that you're going to need. Ratchet sets to get the bolts out. You're going to need your drill bits. You're going to need your socket wrench and stuff. So I started with the little tiny one, just worked my way up, all the way up to 3/8 inches, which is on my drill right now. I went ahead and got this stuff online, this Rutland Clear 500 degrees RTV high heat silicone sealant, and went ahead and applied that. I got the clear because I didn't want all that red stuff showing inside the grill. And then I purchased this lava rock gasket material. So this right here was, I think it was like $12. You could probably get it locally somewhere. And this right here, this lava rock gasket sealant, it's the 1/8 inch by 5/8 by 8 feet self stick. Works pretty good. It's more for wood stoves and stuff, but I thought it'd be good. It's rated at 1,000 degrees, and I think I paid like $9 for this stuff. But I'm a little short, so I'm gonna have to get some more. So anyway, let's open this up. I went ahead first and I washed everything with soap and water, because you don't know what kind of chemicals came from the factory and everything. So you want to make sure you wash everything out, especially before you season it. Definitely something you want to do with a smoker is season it. You want to make sure that you season it with a good vegetable oil, olive oil, bacon grease, something that I'm going to use in my next video is bacon grease and olive oil. That's how I'm going to season it, but you guys could do whatever you want to do. So with the gasket sealant, I went ahead and I ran a strip all the way across the top of the lid. I ran a strip along the back side of the lid here, and I ran a strip here along the side here. So when the lid closes, it's got a good thump to it. It's nice and sealed inside there and everything. You can see it kind of sticking along the edge, but that's okay. I still got to do something to the other side. I got to get some more for that side, and also for this, because I didn't get a chance to do this part yet. The object of all this is you want to try to get all of the smoke from this firebox into here. You don't want it leaking out the edges and stuff. You want it all to smoke the meat really good, and then you want it to come out of the smokestack, through the smokestack. This is another modification I saw that I liked. A lot of people are using dryer vents and stuff. I actually got a 3-inch water heater vent It was like $6 from Home Depot, and I used a hacksaw to cut to the size that I wanted to. You notice I went up about 1.5 inches from the lid because I want this thing sitting almost right on the grates when I shut the lid, and that way it really gets a good smoke inside here, and then the heat and smoke have to come back down past the meat to be able to go out. So that's why you really want to have everything sealed. So you can see my temperature gauge. Notice how earlier I said that I measured over 5¼ inches, and for that reason you want to make sure you clear this and have some space in here so that the heat temperature can read on this temperature gauge. This side doesn't so much matter, but aesthetically, you want it to look the same. So that's what I did. I went ahead and I washed all my grates and everything with soap and water. I'll just show you what modifications that I did here. So also at Home Depot, I took out the rack, which is right over here. This is the rack that comes with it. You can see all the oil just sitting in there. I'm not going to use this thing. This is more for charcoal and stuff. But I'm not going to use it for what I'm using this box for. This is a piece of sheet metal. It comes in like I think a 3-foot length. I got it at Home Depot. It's like $8. And this was a flat piece of sheet metal, 28 gauge. They're both 28 gauge metal. This was in the HVAC aisle, and this was also like $8, and it comes in like I think a 2.5 to 3 foot length, already cut to this size. You just need to cut it with some metal shears or something, to fit in here. It's just kind of resting in there, and the reason for this is a couple things. You have that fire that's blowing in this firebox, right? And it's going to be kind of going through this area here. And what you want to do is you want that smoke and heat. If something was here and it was open like that, you just have heat just burling out of here. So it's going to get hotter on this side than on this side. And you really want to control the temperature of the whole grill. So this is more like a baffled. It's going to sit up here. I'm actually going to take something and bend this metal a little bit so it sits a little more like that. You don't have to screw it in. You can if you want. I'm not going to. But this creates a baffle for the heat. So the heat has to come through here. And I just have this piece over here for a couple reasons. The heat will come through here, and then it's going to have to kind of, shoot back. And smoke-wise will come up through the middle and generate smoke around the whole grill. And then it's going to have to come back down to come up to go through here. Now, this also serves as, there's those tubs of aluminum foil bowls, I call them. They're more like a platter plate or whatever to put meat in, or sauce, whatever you want to do with it, chicken. But I use them, you get a couple of them from Costco. I think you can get like a 10-pack for $10 or something like that from Costco. And what you do is you fill it with water, and you can stick it on both sides of this as well, so that when you're cooking and smoking, you're not only getting the heat source, but it's gonna keep the heat source more consistent, and it's also going to cause some humidity inside the smoke chamber so that it doesn't dry up the meat. It keeps the meat moist and everything with that little bit of water in there. So we'll go ahead and pull these out. These are fire bricks that I purchased from Home Depot. I just have them sitting down on the bottom here. They were 40 cents a piece. Pretty cheap system here. So the sealant stuff, the clear sealant I used, this stuff right here. Okay. I went ahead and I sealed everything around the edges on both sides. Both sides there. I sealed up on the lid all the way around, up on the lid there. And then the bolt that I have holding this thing, I just drilled a hole on the side there, put a bolt in there. I put the sealant around the bolt, put the sealant around inside here. I put sealant inside here before I bolted that down. You can see it kind of sticking out the edge there. And we're really trying to just create an environment where the smoke is forced to go only out this area, so that you're going to get the consistent heat flow going throughout this smoker. It's really going to cook some good meat. And then the firebox, I took the whole firebox off. All these bolts, you can kind of see the clear silicone here just coming out in between the two things, and on the top there. Don't have to be too clean there, but you want to really seal that. You don't want any smoke coming out. And you can see on this, just the steel, it kind of squeezing through there all the way around, and that's going to create a good seal. And it's rated at 500 degrees. I don't know if this thing will get much hotter than that, but I've heard on YouTube and talking to other people that, you know, their smokers have gotten pretty hot and the sealant's been really good. And I just like the clear. You can use red, you can use black, you know, whatever you can find. I like the clear because it kind of just keeps it clean. So that's why I did that. Inside the smoker box, you know, this grate's loose. I just kind of turn this upside down so that, you know, you can set your wood on there, or charcoal, whatever you're going to use. And it has some space in between there. Some people, you know, they have some metal grates built and stuff, and I might do that later. But I think at first I'm going to just try this and see how it goes. So this is the drawer. It comes out. Go ahead and just pull that out here. So I took that same silicone sealant and I went ahead and I went all the way around the smoker box there, because you could just see, you know, it's a cheaper smoker. So how they put these things together, I'm sure it's not rocket science. They probably don't put a whole lot of thought into it. So then I went ahead and did all the way around this side as well. I'm going to put this same gasket material along here as soon as I get some more from Amazon, and that's the way we're going to do it. We're going to go ahead and post our next video soon when we can start seasoning everything up. Thanks a lot for watching, and good luck barbecuing.